Welcome to Xur Week 25. Warlocks, telling you right now, get happy. Everyone else, I want you to take that happy, bottle it up, save it for another week.
Speak with me.
Curios down low, we have fusion rifle, sniper rifle, and machine gun telemetries. Level up those weapons faster. And we have the Emerald Coil and the Void Drive vehicle upgrades for upgrading those rare blue quality sparrows. No heavy ammo this week. I hope you stocked up last week. Titans, you get no backup plans. 98 strength is just below an average stat roll. Increased melee attack speed, good. Increased reload speed with special weapons, good. The main bonus is increased force barrier duration. Now, this is an interesting bonus, and it has some cool synergy with stuff like Relentless and Unbreakable, and basically any option for your melee upgrade. Unfortunately, it really doesn't see much use, because it's not really in the top tier of exotics for Titans right now for the current content. I'd much rather be using Rune Wings over no backup plans. You rarely want to be punching stuff anyway in high-level raids and strikes, and if you're ever in a position where you can just rain blows on everything around you, you're probably not in that much danger, and you probably don't really need this bonus. A decent first exotic at best, no urgency on these. Even if it is your first exotic, no urgency. Hunters, you get the ATS-8 Arachnid Helm. A very seldom seen helm. I think this is the only time that it has been sold, but then again, it is a Dark Below helm. 94 total stats is a low stat roll for a helm. The bonuses ain't that great either. Grenade damage reduces your melee cooldown. It's alright in PvP. Replenish super energy when you kill with a grenade. That's pretty solid, with the main bonus being your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed. I can safely tell you that 99 out of 100 hunters who I see are gunslingers are rocking a symbiote. No one is using this. Golden gun is already extremely accurate. It doesn't need any extra zooms or anything. Stick with the symbiote if you have it, and if you don't need this. Warlocks, this is your moment, because Heart of the Praxic Fire is here after 25 long weeks. Never been sold before. This thing is pretty damn good. 139 discipline is an above average stat roll. More ammo for fusion rifles and heavy weapons is great, with the main bonus being further decreases all ability cooldowns while Radiance is active. If you're a Sunsinger main for PvE, you're going to want to pick this up. Even if you're a PvPer, pick this up. Do I think this is better than Obsidian Mine for the raid? Yeah, it's close. It's very, very close. But if you like to main Sunsinger, this is probably going to be the thing that you're going to want to wear most of the time, if not all of the time. I think the argument for Claws of Ahemkara being better in PvP could be made if you wanted to make it. Still, you're going to want to pick these things up pretty much regardless of your opinion on anything. Get them. Get them. The weapon of the week for 17 strange coins is Universal Remote, the No Land Beyond of shotguns. This goes into your primary slot, with the bonuses being Crowd Control, aka kills with this weapon grant bonus damage for a short time, that is 15% bonus damage for 3 seconds, and range and precision damage greatly increases greatly while aiming down the sights. Now I can tell you that if you're a PvE player only, you can just skip this. While the shotgun buff was nice, and I did toy around with this in PvE, you're going to want to utilize your special slot shotgun as opposed to this thing, mainly due to ammo constraints. I was actually playing with this thing recently in PvP as well, and while it has its moments here and there, I'd personally much rather be using something else. This is nothing more than a haha, you just got killed by Universal Remote kind of weapon. Some may find more success with it than I, but beyond the occasional, hey, what if we all used Universal Remote games, you're probably not going to use this thing. If you're low on coins, definitely skip it. I don't think Xur has ever sold this before, so collectors should scoop it up. Helm Engram, this week, Titans, you should be digging for a Saint 14. Hunters can dig for a Third Man or a Symbiote, and Warlocks can dig for an Obsidian Mind or even an Apotheosis Veil for Crota. Speaking of Symbiote and Third Man, those are your Hunter armor upgrades for this week. Symbiote has a 118, and Third Man has a 127 stat roll, both above average. Third Man even more so. Priority goes to whichever subclass you play more. They're both among the best, if not the best helms for their subclass, and best exotics for their subclass, so get both if you can. Titans, you have Skullfort and Crest for upgrading. 95 Discipline for the Skullfort, below average stat roll, and the Crest has a 138 Intellect stat roll, slightly above average. Priority is pretty low for both of them. The Skullfort has some nice Crota utility, but not really much else. Warlocks have Skull of Dire Ahamkara and Voidfang. The Skull has a 123 int roll, very high stat roll, and the Voidfangs have 135 strength, slightly above average. I'd say no specific priority, they're both pretty solid. If you can upgrade both, I'd do it, but whichever one you use more, get that if you can only use one, or if you can only buy one. Weapon upgrades of the week are Bad Juju, Thorn, Invective, Universal Remote, Thunderlord, Super Good Advice, and Monte Carlo for the PlayStation users. PvE priority is Thorn, Thunderlord, and Bad Juju, all at the top. Invective in the middle, thanks to the shotgun buff, and pretty much everything else at the bottom. Iron Banner won't be back for another month or so, but if you want to get ready, your PvP priority is probably Thorn, Invective, and Bad Juju up top. I'm going to put Bad Juju up top, and pretty much everything else below it. Thunderlord kind of in the middle there. Anyway, that is your 25th week of Xur inventory. Pretty good week of Destiny, if I say so myself. A lot of good stuff happening this week. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you next time.